The thing to note here is, like, before this, right, when someone asked me to build them an SEO tool, it would take hours, sometimes days, and I had to write code, test it, fix bugs, write more code. It was slow and hard, all right? But now I can build complete SEO tools in minutes using Claude Opus, and you can use Gemini together with it, all right? So here's what's changed, right? So, for example, if someone asks you to build a tool, you don't need to be technical anymore. You don't need to hire anyone. You don't need months to learn it. You just need to know how to talk to these tools the right way, which is what I'm showing you today. Right? And literally, you just keep your prompts and your ideas super simple. And it's not really about how good the tool is, because the tool is absolutely insane, right? But the difference here is the difference here really is that you just have to know how to prompt it properly, right? That's the difference between someone who's really good with this stuff and someone who's not going to get results at all. A question inside here, and Serge says, insane is that every day some are better than others. When will it ever stop? Never. I know that is frightening. Yeah, I mean, I would agree. Like, it is frightening how good this stuff is. You've seen proof today that my old page, which still converts pretty well, but my old page doesn't look anywhere near as nice, right, as the vibe coded page that we just created in like 2 minutes. And bear in mind, it used to take me like ages to create that stuff, right? How do you export the working websites you can put on your PHP server? So the way that I do it, right, literally, I don't worry about PHP or anything like that. Literally, all I do is you go up to copy, so copy that over here, right? Copy that code. And then you go over to whatever website CMS you have and start building with it, right? So I can probably show you like an example, actually. If I pull up an example, I can create a new page now inside Go High Level just to show you what this looks like and how easy it is to do. And, you know, you can do this on WordPress. You could do this on any content management system that you have, right? And I'll quickly do it now. And then this is pretty simple and easy. So all you do is you would add a new HTML block. And this is the page before. So this is what the page looks like before. And then if you wanted to add that new HTML block, which I'll delete in a second because we're just running a quick test here. So sorry to anyone who's using this page, right? We're editing the live page here. I'm going to paste in that HTML from Claude. So we're going to hit publish, right? And that's just going to upload the changes over here in the top right. So you can see here we've added the code inside this block. We've published it. And then if we open up this tab, there we go, right? So we've got the new section right here from Claude Opus, right? And that's how easy it is to set up, right? And then it's got all the new sections that we talked about a second ago. Again, that was just a quick test. I'm going to delete that. Then I'm going to publish it so that we restore it back to whatever we want. And then if we go back to preview on this, 1 second. All right. So if we go back to preview, we've deleted the old version and re-added the new version, right? That's pretty simple and easy. Okay. That's what I'd recommend. I have a server running WordPress. I want to page a calculator in a subdirectory. I want to put the vibe coded calculator in a subdirectory. All right. So here's how I would approach it. And I would just keep it as simple as you possibly can, my friend, because WordPress gets messy, PHP gets messy. I don't like to touch any of that, especially if you're running a business, you're trying to save time, not spend time, right? And so the way that I'd recommend is, like, for example, if we go to add new post over here inside WordPress, so add new post, or you can add a new page as well if you want. If you prefer to add a new page, no problem, all right? So we can add a new page over here. And then whatever your HTML block is, you just click on the plus, grab that, hit custom HTML like so. Then you're going to go back to Claude, copy that code that you've just created the code with, go back to the HTML block here, paste that in, hit publish, and then it might not work straight away, but we'll have a cheeky gander at this and make sure we can have a look here. So let's go on view page, and boom, look, we've got the HTML code embedded, right? Nice and clean. I mean, like, it's not the most clean page in the world when we do that